Namaste from Norway, guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today's video is another very interesting topic, and is it worth doing LLM from Norway? So, for those who don't know, my sister who came here 2.5 years ago, she came here for her master's in law, and she has completed it now. She has also found a job. But one question which a lot of people ask, that is it worth doing LLM from Norway? Because there are many colleges around the world which offer masters in law, and they are in the top ranking colleges of the world. So is it worth coming to Norway for LLM? Let's talk to my sister Sanjana now. She is going to be here in front of the camera and answering all the questions regarding LLM.
Hello guys, my name is Sanjana and I moved to Norway to take a master's in law. And now it's been 1 year that I've been working here. So I'm going to share some of my experiences and tell you whether it was worth, taking a master's in law from Norway or not. So just a little bit background about me is that I did my master's in public international law, and when I studied that subject I was allowed to choose subjects from other fields as well. So for example, I had a lot of IT law subjects, so my specialization by the end of it became IT law. And another thing is that when I came for this masters, it was completely free. I paid 0 kroner or 0 rupees or $0 for this course. And but now I know, and I just right now did a quick Google search about how much fees you have to pay, and it's now here it says that the tuition fee for 1.5 years or 2 years master's degree program will be within the range of 180,000 NOK to that's, I think that's a lot. So 200,000 approximately, you can think that the range could be. And if I convert that into Indian rupees, that's around maybe 20 lakhs. So my masters were for 1.5 years, and generally you just do 90 credits. So it's like almost like three main subjects during every semester. So first 2 semesters you do three subjects, and then towards the last semester you have like a thesis that you have to write. And now just remember that this is my experience, and I don't want you to follow it blindly. So if you have other friends or if you have other people on LinkedIn who've done the same course, maybe they have a different experience altogether, but this is completely my experience. So for me, I took some extra subjects because I was like, why not? So I studied competition law, IT law, cybersecurity law, AI and law, and then environment law, human rights. I studied everything, and a lot of my friends thought it was crazy that I was overburdening myself. But I think I had it in me because in India, you have like 5 to 6 subjects per semester. So I thought, okay, I can manage it. So that obviously is not compulsory, but I think your first semester should be used for you to explore different subjects in different areas of law and see, like, which subject can actually benefit you towards finding a job if that's what your goal is. Secondly, I know that a lot of people do a master's just because they want to do a master's, and maybe they want to move back to their country and they're not really looking to find a job. Yeah, that's of course another option as well. Of course, as I said, this is my experience. So if you like it, if you think that you want to follow these steps, of course you can do that. So for me, along with my LLM, I was also taking Norwegian course, and by the end of my masters, I completed B2 level, which is basically the level that allows you to even start a bachelor's in Norway in Norwegian. That basically shows that you're proficient enough to understand, have conversations, and read. For example, now if I have to read any legal documents, that I think I can understand, say 90%. Of course, there's still a long way to go. It's not something that one day I'm going to be like, I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to wake up and I'll know the language. So obviously it takes time and effort. The teaching system at University of Oslo is amazing. I love it because there was so much freedom that we had. in terms of, like, for example, if I talk about exams, I think the freedom that we had was like we had like 24 hours home papers or 48 hours home papers, and we had like two questions, so you could choose what you wanted to do, what you wanted to write about. You had the internet to do your research, to look for case laws. So it wasn't like you need to like cramp up thing, like to learn things, and then you have 4 hours and you need to throw everything or just barf out everything that you've learned. So I think that ways it was very flexible, it was very nice. And especially if I talk about my thesis, I was supposed to finish my thesis in, say, in December, but then I got a job, so I couldn't finish my thesis. And my university was so flexible, they gave me a longer deadline till May, and then again I was not able to finish, and then they gave me another longer deadline till August. So I think that ways University of Oslo is very nice, very flexible. You can even extend your masters for another year. So if you're looking for a course where there's a lot of flexibility, so that you can also learn the language, you can also have fun, of course, and discover around. So I think University of Oslo is yeah, that was, I think it's nice. I don't know how it is in the UK or the US. I'm sure they're like that as well, but then I also know that the universities in UK are more expensive, and the US as well. Coming to another point, the third thing is the professors that I had at the University of Oslo were amazing, and I think they were one of the best in their fields. I would say, for example, the professor I had for data privacy is a well-known name in the data privacy field or area than the professor I had for, yeah, I think a lot of other subjects as well. But I think that's just master level professors. I think they are very uh, they are well known, and they're all very good, I would say. In terms of finding a job or an internship, again, my experience, I think it was very difficult, I would say. To be very honest, I will be very vocal about it. I had 6 interviews, but that time I was not done with my masters. I had 6 interviews, and yeah, I got one offer. Didn't get many offers. So for, at least for me, maybe you will meet someone else. For them, maybe it was much more easier to crack a job interview, much more faster. Maybe they had job offers from a lot of places, but well, not for me. So I think, and I know a lot of people as well who uh, have found a job, like if they have really slogged their bodies off, like they've really worked hard to get a job. So and then I've also met people who haven't got a job and they had to go back. So I've met like a mix of both. So this course is not something like, say, IT management or cyber security, which there will guaranteed be a job, because I know a lot of my friends who studied like IT management or cybersecurity, data analysis, blah blah blah. They got jobs very easily. They had there's a friend of mine, and he was getting phone calls to, like, like, hey, we have a job opening, would you want to apply? So like it was not for me. It was not like that for me. So guys, answering your question, is coming to Norway for masters in law worth it or not? Now, by the end of it, this will be your assessment. You will have to sort of, see all the risks. You will have to see, do you have that kind of money or not? Because for me, I think it was totally worth it because the course was free. And now that, and the fact that I was a part of the University of Oslo, I also learned Norwegian for free. Otherwise, I think you have to pay around 10,000 kroner, if I'm not wrong, which is around 1 lakh rupees per semester. And then the fact that I also got a job. So, of course, for me, it's totally been worth it, with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of crying and, heartbreaks because of not getting a job or because of getting a bad grade, etc. But I think this is something that you need to keep these things in mind, that do you have that kind of money, and will you be okay if you do not get a job? Um, because I know that there are a lot of people who want to come to Norway just to experience a foreign, like living abroad life, student life. For that, I think it's totally worth it. But I'm not sure, like, especially now that you have to pay so much money, and it might, I don't want to paint a rosy picture here that everyone should come to Norway, you'll get a job, there are plenty of jobs. I do not want to paint a picture like that, because there is a possibility that you might have to move out and that you might not find a job. But of course, if you are hardworking, if you believe in yourself, if you are disciplined and motivated, uh, I'm sure it will work out for you. I think, well, I hope it was useful for some of you or most of you. And, if you are planning to come to Norway for Masters in Law, I hope you can keep these things in your mind and sort of assess your case. Do not rely on my journey completely, but of course learn from my experiences and then see whatever suits you. And yeah, all the best, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Namaste from Norway.